Pokemon Legends ZA is finally here, and with it, the long-awaited return of Mega Evolutions. The draft scene has already started to change overnight. People are theory crafting, mock drafting, and trying to figure out which of these new Megas are going to define the new meta. And while the spotlight's been shining on Pokemon like Mega Dragonite and Mega Greninja, there's one returning classic with a new Mega Evolution that's flying under the radar. But it might just end up being one of the most dangerous Megas in the entire format. Mega Starmie. What's going on, my fellows? It's your boy DyeItTight, and today we're breaking down just how good Mega Starmie is going to be in Draft League. We'll go over its typing, stats, abilities, moves, and roles. Make sure to like and subscribe to support myself and the channel. Also, be sure to join the Discord in the link down below to tell me what you think is going to be the best Mega. Now, regular Starmie has always been solid, fast, flexible, and great at keeping hazards off the field. But it's struggled to justify its cost where there are bulkier or more consistent water types available. But now that it's got a Mega Evolution, suddenly all those drawbacks start to disappear. So today, we're answering one big question. Is Mega Starmie just another fast water type, or is it secretly one of the most valuable Megas in the entire draft format? Mega Starmie keeps its classic water psychic typing, which is excellent in Draft League. That gives it some key resistances against fighting and steel, and fire. And it only has a few weaknesses in electric, grass, bug, and dark, so it can sit on the field comfortably in many matchups. Now, let's talk about numbers, because this is where Mega Starmie really shines. Regular Starmie stats were already pretty solid, with 75 attack, 100 special attack, and 115 speed. Fast, flexible, but a bit fragile and lacking punch from the physical side. Mega Starmie completely changes that. Its stats become 140 base attack, which is a huge jump, giving it real physical presence. That means you can run physical sets confidently and even surprise opponents with unexpected hits. Its special attack jumps to 130, which is also a massive boost. So Starmie now hits incredibly hard on the special side as well, keeping all of its traditional sets viable. Its bulk also increases to 105 each, which is much more bulky than before, letting it survive hits it previously couldn't, especially from common neutral attacks. The speed has a slight increase to 120, which is still one of the fastest Pokemon in the meta, meaning it can outspeed key threats and pivot effectively. So what does this all mean in practice? Mega Starmie is no longer just a fast utility water type, it's a dual threat powerhouse. It can run physical or special sets, pivot around hazards, and punish teams that underestimate its damage. The combination of high speed, solid bulk, and monstrous offensive stats make it incredibly versatile and extremely difficult to check once it gets momentum. In short, Mega Starmie keeps the speed and flexibility fans love, but now it hits much harder, survives longer, and can fill multiple roles on a team. Draft League teams are going to have to respect it now more than ever. One of the biggest questions surrounding Mega Starmie in Draft League is its Mega ability. With the huge boost to its attack jumping to 140, a lot of the community is speculating that it gets huge power like Mega Medicham. If that happens, we're talking about a dual attacking monster. Huge power would essentially double its physical attack, turning Mega Starmie into a terrifying threat that could one-shot walls and mid-bulk alike. Paired with its 120 speed, it would make Mega Starmie not just a utility pivot, but a primary win con in many drafts. Even with just its special attack, Mega Starmie is already threatening. Add huge power into the mix, and it could rival the offensive output of some of the strongest Megas in the format. Another interesting scenario is if Mega Starmie keeps Analytic, the ability it had before Mega Evolution. This would already make it a dangerous Pokemon in its normal form, but now paired with its Mega boosted stats, Analytic would allow Starmie to hit even harder when it moves last. This makes it a serious late game cleaner, punishing switches and weakened Pokemon while still retaining its pivoting utility early in the match. Either way, Mega Starmie's ability will heavily influence its draft value. Huge power makes it an immediate top tier Mega, while Analytic keeps it a versatile, punishing pick that rewards smart play and timing. Drafting it without considering the ability would be a huge oversight. Mega Starmie's offensive presence is where it really starts to shine in Draft League. With 140 attack and 130 special attack, it can run physical, special, or even mixed sets, giving drafters a ton of flexibility on what their team needs. Physical sets suddenly become viable thanks to the huge power speculation. Moves like Liquidation, Psycho Cut, Ice Spinner, or even Flip Turn can now seriously threaten common walls and pivot-heavy Pokemon. A single physical hit can force switches or even pick off mid-bulk threats, which is something pre-Mega Starmie could only dream of. On the special side, it keeps all the tools we know and love: Hydro Pump, Surf, Psychic, Thunderbolt, or Ice Beam. Special sets let it hit a wide variety of targets and can punish teams that stack on resistances to physical attackers. The combination of raw power and 120 speed means Mega Starmie can pressure almost every Pokemon in the meta. There's also room for mix sets, which take advantage of its dual threat nature. Imagine pivoting with Flip Turn, then later retaliating with either a hard-hitting physical or special move depending on what your opponent brings in. This flexibility makes it incredibly hard to switch into safely. Coverage is another strong point. Mega Starmie can hit Dragon and Flying types with Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, and Fighting types with Psychic. Water Stab handles Fire, Rock, and Ground threats, giving it broad utility across multiple drafts. In short, Mega Starmie's offensive toolkit allows it to punish switches, apply constant pressure, and act as a secondary win con. Whether you want it as a wall breaker, a cleaner, or a utility pivot that hits hard, Mega Starmie can fill that role, and it does so much better than almost every other returning Mega in Draft League. Mega Starmie isn't just a glass cannon though. It actually brings real defensive utility to the table, making it a versatile draft pick. One of the key reasons for this is it still gets Recover, which dramatically improves its staying power. Being able to heal off chip damage allows Mega Starmie to stay on the field longer, maintaining momentum and punishing switches over multiple turns. That's huge for a Mega that can also hit hard because it means opponents can't just chip it down and force it out easily. Its speed tier of 120 lets it pivot into matchups freely and continue to control tempo and scouting threats while avoiding unnecessary damage. It can also act as a rapid spin user, keeping hazards off your side of the field while threatening to retaliate with a strong stab or coverage move. In drafts where hazard control is limited, this utility alone can make Mega Starmie a high value pick. Mega Starmie's bulk has improved too. Like I mentioned, it now has a boost to 105 defense and 105 special defense, meaning it can survive hits from mid-tier neutral attacks or even coverage moves from super effective guys, meaning it's not going to get constantly knocked out by common physical or special moves. Combined with Recover, this gives it remarkable longevity for a Mega, letting it pivot multiple times or act as a late game cleaner. In short, Mega Starmie isn't just about offense, it pressures opponents, controls hazards, pivots safely, and can heal back up to stay relevant throughout the match. That combination of speed, bulk, and longevity makes it a draft league threat that can fit into a variety of team archetypes. Mega Starmie fits into draft league teams in a surprisingly versatile way. Its combination of speed, dual attacking power, and utility lets it fill multiple roles depending on what your team needs. First, it can act as a fast pivot. With Flip Turn and Rapid Spin, it controls momentum, removes hazards, and scouts opponents while staying a threat. Recover lets it stay healthy, so it's not just it can keep recycling into advantageous matchups throughout the game. And second, it can act as a secondary win con or late game cleaner. Thanks to its massive offensive stats, Mega Starmie can clean up weakened teams or force switches that open opportunities for your primary sweeper. Its dual physical and special presence make it difficult to safely switch into, giving it a unique niche compared to other Megas that tend to lean one way or another. In terms of team partners, Mega Starmie pairs well with hazard setters that can soften targets for its physical attacks, something like Tinglu or Gliscor. It also works really well with slow, bulky sweepers who can capitalize on the pressure Starmie applies to force predictable switches. Support Pokemon that can cover its electric, grass, or bug weakness. Mega Starmie is shaping up to be one of the most versatile and dangerous Megas in Draft League. Its combination of insane dual offensive stats, 120 speed, Recover, Flip Turn, and potential huge power or analytic ability makes it a threat that can fit on nearly any team. Whether you need a fast pivot, hazard remover, secondary win con, Mega Starmie can fit that role while still being hard to switch into safely. For drafters, that means you should not overlook it. Mega Starmie may not have the flashy hype of Mega Dragonite or Greninja, but its flexibility and sustained pressure make it a top-tier pick for teams that value momentum, versatility, and offensive punch. In terms of draft timing, if its Mega ability ends up being huge power, it's a must-consider early pick. Even with Analytic, it's still a high-value mid-round that can swing games in your favor. Mega Starmie is here, it's stronger than ever, and it's ready to make drafters rethink how they build their teams. Make sure to like and subscribe to support myself and the channel, and make sure to join the Discord in the link down below to tell me what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.